Hello, I'm Tilly from The Upcoming. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Firstly, I just want to say congratulations on the success of Bosch Legacy. And can you tell us a bit about what we can expect from season two?
Well, I think we're going to have a show with a lot of emotion and a lot of motivation. We left off season one with a pretty emotionally charged cliffhanger. One of our favorite characters is abducted. And so we were very aware of that in the writing room and in the production of the show. So we kind of answered the question of what happened to Maddie Bosch pretty quickly in the show, but in the first two episodes, we also plant the seeds of the overarching story that will take us through the whole season. And that's based on a book I wrote called The Crossing. And I think the emotional thing about that book and our story in the show is about Harry Bosch completing kind of his transition from being a longtime homicide detective for the power and might of the state, the LAPD, to now he ends up working, crossing the aisle, crossing the bridge, going to the dark side, all these phrases of working for a defense attorney on a murder case. So it's really a new territory for Harry Bosch.
Of course, and as you mentioned before, season one did leave us with a few unanswered questions. And for Harry especially, the case now is far more personal because family is involved. Can we expect a different side to his character this season? Can you tell viewers a bit about how we can see Harry develop as a person and character?
Well, I think because of what the cliffhanger is his daughter's abducted, and so that yeah, I hope it is for the viewer, but for our characters, that is a really big time emotional thing. And so we're going to see Harry Bosch in dimensions we've never seen before. I mean, right in the first episode, he has like an emotional breakdown because he doesn't know whether his daughter is even alive. And so we see right off the bat, we see Harry Bosch in a new way, kind of like unbound, very emotional, kind of like a wild turn for Harry Bosch. And we also see some characters that hopefully we love from the original show come back, namely Jerry Edgar, played by Jamie Hector. And these are the family members of the show. And so when Harry Bosch connects with them, we again see some of that emotion and so forth. But this is also a show that's unlike the first one in that we have three leads. It's not just all about Harry Bosch. And so we follow his daughter, we follow Money Chandler, and we follow them on storylines that eventually entwine everybody. And that's the trick of the show, if you ask me. We went from a single lead to a triple lead, but they don't follow stories out that spread out. They follow stories that get entwined. And so, the ultimate goal when we're in the writing room is how do we bring these three characters together in a single scene? And we have to do that. And I think that's where the power of the show lies. And that's what people will see in season two.
Absolutely. And I feel though it's important that we have the three characters because as you were saying, previously their lives intertwined. Did you feel in the writing room that it was important to give Maddie, for example, her own independence as a character?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we spent 7 seasons of her kind of under Bosch's roof and not really under her thumb, but it was a mentoring relationship, and that continues to an extent now because Harry was a cop and now she's a cop. But we were able to just break her out and give her her own life and her own stories, her own relationships. Like we're really exploring the relationship with her partner in the patrol car, which we just love writing about. And that's like so far away from anything we ever did in the original show. So it's refreshing to us as writers. And whether I'm writing a book or a script, or I just believe what happens in the writing process, if you have momentum and you have emotion and you have fulfillment at the end of your writing day, that's going to translate directly to the same feelings the viewer has. And that's what I'm feeling with this new show. And that's what I felt every day that I was in the writing room. And I think it has paid off and translated well to the screen.
Absolutely, it really has. And talking about the writing room, have you found it? I know writing is obviously your first thing, and have you found the transition from writer to producer an easy transition? Have you had any challenges there?
Yeah, I've had lots of challenges, and it was not an easy transition. But now I'm 9 years into it, I guess, or 10 years. So I feel I used to feel like I was at sea because in books you have internal thought, and that is such a key part of the Harry Bosch story, for example, that the reader rides with him
Mhm.
and sees the world through his eyes and knows his thoughts. You lose all that when you go to a visual medium, and you lose all that when you have to write scripts for that visual medium. And I'd be the first to tell you that my first scripts were heavily rewritten by the showrunner,
Mhm.
and deservedly so. And I didn't object to it because I was learning. I was kind of, it's probably like learning a new language as an adult. It's very hard. And so it took me some time. I think I'm pretty good at it now, but I also know that I'm better at writing books, and I still get rewritten, and but probably less so. But yeah, it's been a 10-year transition that I don't think is completed yet.
Of course. And as an author, you have created so many different universes. Can we expect any crossovers for the next series? I know there have been very subtle hints to Lincoln Lawyer. Are these developed in season two?
Not well, it's not going to happen in season two, but you said I've created several universes. I think I've created one universe, and it has all this stuff going on. And yeah, we have things in development. Hopefully, you'll see Ballard in a Bosch show, or maybe her own show where that's in play. We were we're stunted. We just got out of a long-term strike here in Hollywood, and that kind of slowed some things down. But there, we got stuff in development, and hopefully the universe expands in season three, which we're just really kind of getting back to after the strike. But there will be a season three, and hopefully it expands the universe.
Yes, I saw you were renewed for season three. Congratulations. What can we expect of the future of Bosch Legacy?
I think we're going to do what we're doing, but we're always going to be pivoting. We use that word a lot in the writing room. Like, let's go down this path and then we pivot. We do something new, or show a character in a new dimension. And that's the overriding thing we do when we're in the writing room. And I think you'll see that in season three. It's a little early because, like I said, the strike kind of kept us out of the writing room, but now we're back. We've been back for 2 weeks and building the kind of momentum that will carry over into production and the viewing of whatever we come up with.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been great to chat to you.
Sure. Thanks a lot for your interest. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.